Bitcoin reached new all-time highs, and I am in a long position that I took yesterday after the New York Open. This is an amazing position to be in, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how I took this long position, how I shared that with every one of my team members, and also what am I expecting next. Are we looking for a drop on the chart? Was this the high that we put in as the macro high on the chart? Or are we going to have a bullish summer for the rest of July and August? So stick with me on this one. I have been excellent over the last month and a half, so I know what's going to happen next on the chart. At least statistically, I know what's the most likely outcome on the chart. So first things first, I am long, as I said, and this is not a long that I'm sharing in hindsight. Again, if you are in the tag team, you're already making money. This was a session MPOC level that we had at 108.746, and I shared with my team yesterday that I didn't think that the price would come down this low after the New York Open in such a bullish way, simply because it was looking like it was just going to push up the new all-time highs and leave people sidelined. But lucky enough, we actually ended up pushing lower on the chart, and when we push lower, I had an extremely clear plan, right? Here we go. I would be interested in a long if we get a drop to London session MPOC, but I highly doubt it. Because that was such a big drop, as you can see, the time point of control right here, 108.745. And when we actually dropped that low, I took the long position, as you can see here, from 108.629, and this was a beautiful long because we were patient, we did not long the highs, and we stuck to our plans. And when the plan came in, when the levels came in, we actually took the long, and here we go as well. Take profit hit, and this was when we were at 109.9. Yesterday, general chat was going absolutely crazy, as we can see here as well. Like, everyone was long, basically. It was a pretty good day to be a tag team member, as you can see here. Where do we start with this one? I told my team who is in long with me. 5 people that did the thumbnail, the thumbs up already here. We had Jeff right here. There's Bryce. There's Crypto. There's Manu. We had a long on Solana as well. This is Crypto's PNL. This is Maxim's PNL, and I think I shared my PNL somewhere here as well. This is my own position as well from 108.647. So everyone in the team was in longs. You just had to be here. You just had to be in our Discord. And if you're still not in here, you're just doing yourself a disservice, man. That's all I can say. So now, after I had this beautiful call, did I just exit my long position right here? The answer for that question is a no. I am still in this position. I'm still looking for higher to come next on Bitcoin. And I know for a fact that if you just look at Twitter, if you look at YouTube, there will be a lot of people who will tell you that this was a swing failure pattern of the previous highs, and we will most likely push down lower on the chart. But I've told you many times, I don't think that this is the high, and I think we still will have a multiple week run to new all-time highs on Bitcoin. If you look back at the price action, what we saw when we were hitting those $74,000 highs back in November when Trump got elected was extremely similar to what we are doing right now. As you can see, the big pump happened on the 5th of November, and after the big pump, we had this swing failure pattern of the highs that we put in on Bitcoin in March, right? After having this swing failure pattern, I'm going to show it to you quickly here as well because this is important. Here is the high that we put in at $74,000 basically. And when we took out those highs and we started coming back down below, everyone started to be bearish here because they thought that this was a swing failure pattern. But the thing that they're missing out is when you have an all-time high run on the chart, it doesn't just end with a swing failure pattern. It usually ends up having a longer run on the chart, and this is one of those cases where I truly believe that this swing failure pattern that we're having on the chart will actually end with higher prices for multiple weeks on the chart. I have made a video specifically about this last week, right? Please, after this video, after I explain my trade setups for today and tomorrow, please go and watch that video. There is a video on YouTube that I've made where I explain to you how to trade the first 14 to 20 days of the all-time high run. That video will not be important after the first 20 days. So this is the only time that you should be watching that video. It's literally right here, how to trade all-time highs on Bitcoin. I've explained to you which levels to use, how to find your take profits, how to find your stops, and also why you should not be bearish on the charts. I told my team last night, even though I used a bit of a bad language right here, I told my team, and don't fucking try the short here. I think we still go much higher. The reason I say this is because there's nothing bearish about the order flow on the chart. As we can see, we put in the highs right here at $112,000, but the price action that we are seeing right now, this is not a bearish price action. A lot of people will try to short this price action and just keep getting stopped out. They will look for the order flow. Maybe they will see some CVD divergences. They will see some open interest increase. But the thing is, right now, we had a plan for so long that this pump should continue higher on the chart, simply because we have already seen that swing failure pattern on the chart. If we just look back on the chart on the 3-day perspective, you'll see that we already had this swing failure pattern of this high right here, and we were able to close a whole day up here, which means that the resistance up here is not as strong as people think. If you're able to finish a day up here without getting instant rejections, this is a great sign for the market, especially when you test it again. So this is right now the third touch of the same level. We had the first touch right here, we had the second touch yesterday, and now we are pushing the same level for the third time in a row. And if you're not seeing instant rejection from all-time highs on the chart, what usually ends up happening is we just usually put in new highs on the chart, just like we did in November. This was exactly what happened on the chart literally like 7-8 months ago. So please don't be the guy who is bearish right here, because this is the only time where trading is so fucking simple and so fucking easy. If you know what you're doing, if you watch the video I just shared with you on YouTube, trading is so simple. And I will prove that to you over the next 2 and 3 weeks as well, because man, I've been on a run right now. For the last, 2.5 weeks, I had no losers on the chart. I've won every single trade that I took. And I know that that's, this is when you lose, that's when you have your ego, but I know how to be selective with my trades. So as I said, I am still holding this trade. I still have a long from 101.8, but I'm still looking for longs. Right, so if you're not in any longs right now, if you're still wondering where you can take a long position, let me explain to you. Now, I think the number one thing that we should be aware of right now is these pumps that we are having to all-time highs, they don't usually get instant rejection. So what I mean by that is when you have a pump like this, if this is a bullish structure, the chart will not do this, right? This is not a structure that will happen on the chart if this is a bullish chart. What will end up happening is we will front run every single person who wants to long the market right now. So what I want you to do is I want you to mark out some levels that are important for the market. Now, when you look at this chart, I think the number one important zone in the market is this one right here, right? This is a low that we put in after we had this all-time high for, around 6 seconds. And now we are here. So everyone already knows that this is a level to watch as well, and probably if any trader is out there on the lower time frame, the range that they have on the chart is this one right here, which means that a lot of people are looking for price to come down, take out these lows, and have a continuation like this. Do I think that this is the most likely outcome on the chart? No, I don't think so. I don't think price will give out this opportunity based on what we have seen in previous data. This is not just something that happened in November. You can look back in 2020 and 2021 as well. The price action, when we put in that original low after having the all-time highs, does not get taken out for a really, really long time, which means that the price will continue pushing higher without taking many liquidities on the chart. So if you're looking for these liquidities to be taken every single time, I have bad news for you. The chances are for the next 2 and 3 weeks that will not be the case. The price will continue going up, and all you can do is use the important things that we have. So what do we have? We have the VWAP on the chart, right? This is the volume weighted average price. When price comes in, let's say price decides to push higher today and takes the all-time highs, what you can do is you can look for longs when price visits that VWAP right there. You should not wait until these lows are taken out. You should not wait until this low is taken out. You should be longing when we are touching that VWAP, because the first touch, the second touch, when we are at the all-time high runs of the VWAP is so strong. Right, so that is one level that you can use. The other level that you can use is another thing that we just talked about on our how to trade all-time highs video. It's the session NPOCs. These levels are so powerful. They are the time point of controls of every single session in the market. The purple one is the New York session, this is the aftermarket, this is Asia, and this is London. So what you can do is you can join Tag Team, get these templates, and get these session and POC levels on day one, right? This is the level that we longed yesterday, literally. Like, this was the level that gave us that long right here. You can see 108.745. This is the long that we had. These levels are so powerful. And as I said, if you want to have these levels, literally by just joining the Tag Team on day one, on second one, you will have this Exocharts template. So if that is not enough marketing for that one, I don't know what is. So we have the session MPOC of London right now at 111.285. Now that will be really important because I know for a fact that this time point of control might change in the next coming hours, but in 3 hours time, right, at 8 a.m. Eastern time, this session will be over. So if the time point of control is still laying here at 111.285, so let's say that is the case and we have 111 point, what was it again? I'm slightly stupid right now. 111.285. 111.285. Like that. So let's say we still have this session MPOC level right here on the chart when New York hits 8 a.m. Eastern time. What I will do is I will look for retraces down to this session MPOC level, which basically works just like VWAP works, but on a higher scale. If you want more precision, these levels are much more precise than VWAP levels. So what I will be looking for is I will first wait for New York to open up, right? When New York opens up, it means that the London session is over and London time point of control is now active. So when that happens, let's say the price is pushing up here, I want to see a drop either on New York open or maybe like a couple hours after New York opens where we just come down and test that London liquidity right here, and this will be my trade entry for scalp long on the chart. Now, important thing to notice here is I want this trade set up before we actually take out these highs. If price is able to push higher on the chart and take out the highs and comes down, maybe at that point I will maybe look for slightly lower on the chart. I don't know, but for now what my plan is wait until London pushes the price a bit higher on the chart, and then New York opens up, we come down, hit this session MPOC level, and then we have this beautiful rise on the chart. This is my plan for the rest of the day and also for the rest of the week. Today is Thursday, so we only have 2 remaining days on the chart, and what is really common for the first couple days of the all-time high run is we usually end up having beautiful runs over the weekends, right? If you look back at the all-time high runs we had on 2024, 2021, 2020, you'll see how incredibly effective those Saturday runs were on the chart. So I will actually be trading every single day this week. I'm not going to be taking the Saturday off. Normally, every Tag Team member knows I take Saturdays off. This Saturday, I'm active. I will be on the charts. I will be on our Discord channel right here. Right? If you want to see my trade setups, if you want to have all of these trades that I'm taking, which I have been 100% win rate since 25th of June, join the Tag Team. I'll be active here in general chat, in BTC, in daily morning updates. I will be fully here. If you want those, come on and join the Tag Team. So what you should do is have these session MPOC levels or have that VWAP level and long when price hits that level. Because again, I promise you from previous data here, the price doesn't come down as much as you like it to come down. And I'm not even saying about these lows. It could be the case where these lows never get touched for the next 2-3 weeks, right? If price comes down today, now, before New York opens, or like this, and comes down, that's a whole different perspective. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, we actually were able to see that low get taken out, and now we're pushing higher on the chart. But the chances are, statistically, what is most likely outcome here is for price to push higher and not give any opportunities for anyone to enter the market. So these are the trade setups that I'm looking for right now. I will also record the YouTube video tomorrow as well, because we have to run through some alts as well, right? Like right now, Ethereum is having a full-on run, and I think this one is still likely to go higher as well. This is currently bouncing from the daily level that we had right here to the perfection, right? So this is a daily level right there. That is from the 10th of June, like so. And this level right here is getting tapped, and oh my God, that's a beautiful reaction right there. So again, if you want to learn how these levels work, all of them are in the tag team, right? You just join the tag team. It's right here. How to the daily, weekly, and monthly levels. A 24-minute video. Everything that you need about education about these levels, session MPOCs, Exocharts, daily, weekly, monthly levels, NPOC levels. All of them are in the tag team. So this is currently bouncing from this level, but I am pretty confident that these highs will get run soon. And when I say get run, I think we still have a great amount of upside on this coin as well, because it looks like a bit of a blue sky situation here, right? So as we can see, we are above the point of control of this whole range, and the only thing that we have right now is this high value node right here sitting at $3,300. So would I be surprised if this ended up around $3,300 by the end of July? 100% not, because again, these runs will not be slow. These runs will not come in couple months. It will literally happen as you're blinking your eye. So please don't miss out. Watch the video I talked about, and if you want my exact trade setups, join the tag team, because I will be sharing every single setup that I have this week on there. So that is all I can say to you. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to share with me, please leave a comment, and please leave a like as well. I love seeing your support. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. If you want to trade these levels after watching the video on YouTube, go and do it on BYBIT. BYBIT is the best platform in the world for me right now. And also, if you trade with BYBIT, you'll have VIP 1 fees and also $30,000 deposit bonuses starting from the day that you sign up. When you get in, you'll have this section right here. You put your email, put your password, and get your welcome gift through my referral link. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you either tomorrow or on Saturday. Bye-bye.